Good morning, natural gas. It's Wednesday, May the 6th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And for the spot June contract, we're down. We're currently trading at 2703, down 8.5 cents or over 3%. Why? Because the war with Iran may be over, and the emphasis is on maybe. So right now, currently, as you can see, the RSI is turning lower here. We are now below the 13-period exponential moving average. And one method you can use with this daily chart is simply come up here and change the time frame to the hourly chart. And as you can see, we got the crossover yesterday and we stayed below. Again, this is the 13-period exponential moving average. So right now, the path of least resistance is still lower. Let's take a look at the hourly chart using the pivot system. And we are below the daily pivot, which came in today at 2.805. Right now, we are below first support and testing second support. Second support here at 269.70 and our first support at 274.30. So we're currently range bound between those two. But again, the RSI is pointing lower. It is almost oversold at this stage. So let's see if it tests that second support and holds. If it does, we may have a little bit of short covering rally toward the end of today's session. What else is going on? Well, ERCOT. We've got low wind right now currently. As you can see today, the wind and the solar only combining just under 23,000 megawatts. Although it is overcast right now, we are going to get a bunch of rain in the area, so around the Houston area and much of Texas, as you can see, because the forecast here right now is only for 62,000 megawatts. But natural gas is pulling a better market share as a percentage of the fuel mix, currently right now over 48% or 25,000 megawatts. What else is going on? Golden Pass, 375,000 MMBTU, steady as she goes. And that's good news because the Sea Eagle is making a run for it. That's right. Sea Eagle is coming into the Sabine Pass channel right now and should land at the terminal ready to load up that second cargo for Golden Pass LNG. What else is going on? Well, that first LNG tanker is making a run for, it looks like, the Netherlands. It's currently right now just off the coast of, let's see, Belgium right now. It just was over France this morning, now over Belgium. And so it looks like it's making a run for possibly the Netherlands. So we're going to keep a careful eye on that. What else is going on? Let's take a look over at Qatar, because there's another vessel loading up at Las Rafan. That's right. There is one more coming into the port right now. It is currently this ship right here. It's an LNG tanker. I believe this is flagged for France. So this is good news that they're loading again at Las Rafan. And what else is going on? Well, the Gasolog Skagen is sitting off right now at anchor just outside of the port. So that's good news for Qatar. It's still draining those LNG tanks down on spot cargoes. Let's turn to the front to back spreads here. This is the Jan versus the October spread. And as you can see here, the RSI is trying to point lower. So because there may be a resolution to the Iran war, that's taking out some of the premium for the global LNG prices. That means it's taking out some of the premium for US winter prices as well. This may break down below this trend line here today. If it does, we'll have to target 125 to the downside. What about the strip? Well, the strip just lost a lot of air yesterday and it had an inside bar, but today, big time down, almost 12 cents here. Right now, currently trading at 389.90, down 2.8%. So RSI is pointing lower. That means it's possibly the 3841 target may be back in play again. What about the temperature outlook for the U.S.? The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook is above normal for the desert Southwest here and above for Texas and parts of the Southeast. So only below New England right now. So let's take a look at the map for the U.S. And as you can see, we start looking at 90s building up in Florida, the desert Southwest, parts of Texas, And as you can see, even Phoenix getting to 103, 102 right there. So we're starting to see the heat build in Texas. That's good news, and also for the desert Southwest. So here comes summer. It's about to approach. And what about Europe? Well, right now it's just kind of meandering in mild temperatures here, as you can see. These are warmer temperatures before cooler weather moves in on the 12th and 13th into parts of France, Germany, and Spain. And that just eases away as we get later and later into the forecast period. So mild temperatures ahead. And they can use it because storage is still really low for parts like Sweden, the Netherlands here. Sweden is the low one here, below 10%. So it's hoping for some warmer temperatures. How about Asia? Similar pattern here. It's going to get cool for a little while before the heat starts to build. And that heat is coming in around here the 11th of May. As you can see, the capital city is right here, Beijing. And this moves into the eastern provinces, parts of the Koreas, and of course, Japan before cooler temperatures come back in. And then it starts to build back up again. So there is some concern here that they could have a very hot summer, similar to 2023 or even warmer. And let's take a look here for the U.S. nuclear fleet. We're currently right now at 18.1 gigawatts are offline for maintenance and refueling. Again, 3 nuclear reactors are fully down for maintenance and refueling or recommissioning like Palisades. So we'll be keeping a careful eye on that nuclear facility. How about the Japan? Well, there's been some more earthquake activity, although it's in the 4 to 5 magnitude range. So it's a little bit more broad scoped here, also all the way down into Taiwan. So again, this is getting more active. So we're going to be keeping a careful eye on this as we get into the next few weeks. Let's take a look at the Saharan air layer, and there's that big plume hitting into, you got it, South America here, Guyana, French Guyana, and Suriname. And as you can see, there's more coming behind it. So this will inhibit the Atlantic hurricane season. Now, one note, the GFS model on the 18Z run was starting to push a storm into the forecast. No other model has got it. The GFS at this time of the year is terrible. So don't go with that sudden storm in the Gulf. It's not happening anytime, folks. So let's take a look at the stocks. These are the oil and gas E&P sector. Stocks between $2 and $10 billion have a high short float, and it's a sea of red on the Iran news. So CRK down 8%. Ouch. Behind me, CNX down 1.78%. So again, recapping here right now for the spot June contract, we are currently trading at 2.693, down 9.5 cents or 3.37%. So be careful to the downside today. Watch for any short covering late in the session. Also, keep a careful eye on the Iran war news because it can change on a dime. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.